All right, it is Friday, June 30th, and it is the fifth day of me paper trading and kind of screwing around. And I think I've finally got a system that's working pretty well. So let me show you what all this is. Let's go to one that doesn't have a bunch of graphs on it. Oh, they all have graphs on them. Okay, so on the left screen here, on the top left, I have just my basic Ichimoku and RSI and drawing some. This is where I draw my graphs. On the right side, I have the momentum scanner, which you probably saw in the 14 types of studies video, but on the bottom, I've kind of changed it up. This is a 5-minute, a 10-minute, and a 30-minute watch on the RSI, the TTM squeeze, and the MACD. And what this tells me is where a stock's going to be going and how much fluctuation it's going. For example, RAD here, which isn't a good pick right now, but the RSI on the 5-minute is 34, 20, 30 on the 10-minute, and 33 on the 30-minute, which means that this stock has a ton of potential to move up in the day. But I think they had, yeah, actually they had some bad news, so this would be a terrible stock for that. But you get the point. The MACD will tell me where it's flipping before it flips, so right here. And this just gives me potential to see how high the stock can go and where it's at in the long term and the short term. I think too many people focus on the 1 minute and the 5-minute, and they don't realize, is the stock underpriced in the long run? Or should I be shorting or should I be going long? And this bottom 3 graphs really help me on that. So far we're 9 minutes out, and there's 2 stocks that I'm watching. CHFS, which looks like it's going to be jumping a lot. It's pretty low. The RSI is 50 on the 30-minute, 42 on the 10, and it's even low on the 5-minute and the 1-minute. So it's going to be going up. It's going to be rising. SKLN. Yeah, SKLN is rising. They had good news last night, so we'll see what happens with them. Let's see what MBXR is doing. It's not doing anything. But let me show you the graphs that I figured out. These are really helping me out too. This is a Fibonacci retracement, and let me just delete it and I'll show you how it works. What you do is you can either go off the high or the last resistance, and usually I go to the last low or the last support. So all you do is click and click down to wherever the last high is, but it's dropping now, so I don't know. But I can actually this is a great time to show you how it can predict stuff. So I go here and I start from the reverse. If I go from resistance to high, it should bounce right there. It should. We'll see though. I can probably get a more accurate one if I do it from. Nope, that was right. So yeah, from the support to the high, you can get a really good indication of where a stock's going to bounce, and that's where it'll stock. So if you're doing shorting, this is fantastic. And then it's also great for breakouts. It can tell you this 161% line can tell you where the stock is potentially going to break through, or that's going to be the new resistance or the new support if it breaks through. This happened yesterday on MBRX. If I go back over here, if I zoom in to the opening hours of MBRX, and let me just clear out the study so it's a little easier for you to understand. So it opened here and it hit a high, and then we had 2 bounces on a support. And as you can see, the 261, it broke through the 161, which could have been a resistance, but it wasn't. And then the high almost perfectly on the 261%. So if you see it break through, the chances of it breaking through the 261, it could, and you can make a lot of money, but that's something you'd have to learn with experience. I've only been doing this for 5 days. I don't know how common that is, but if it was me, I would have sold out right here. But with the Fibonacci retracements, you know that ahead of time. You know that this is probably going to be the resistance, and it was. And then this was the new support, and then it bounced off of this support almost perfectly. It kind of rebounded below, but that's because of the momentum. and then it spiked back up, and but as you can see here, I got a red arrow right here, and it was still blue on the down tick, but I would have known here that it's flipping, and I need to sell out because it's not, and then it tanked. So combining all these things together really helps out. And if I go into the 5 minute here, you can see the TTM squeeze again. This is seeing ahead of time that Mace D on the 5 minute is starting to converge right. This point is right here, so it's starting to come down. So this is signaling that I need to sell. The RSI is high. The RSI is high there, and I can't check the 30 minute, but the Mace D's flipping, and the Mace D's flipping here, which is the exact same point. So it's telling me that it's going down. It's not going to be breaking through the 261, and it did. It went down. So yeah, I'm finally getting a system that's it's working. We'll just see what happens today and test it out some more. I'm still waiting on my $50 to settle in my Robinhood account, so I'm still on an instant account, which is considered margin. So I'm trying to switch it to a cash account. That won't be till next week, so no trading today, just analyzing. Oh, and also let me show you my pre-market scanners. They're pretty nice. Let's see, let's load my basic one. This is just the movers of the day. You know, what's got volume, 10,000 or higher, 30, nothing fancy there. Load personal, pre-market gap down. This looks for openers 4% below the previous close. CHSF has been one of those, and RAD is another, but RAD's not one I'm looking at. But here is a nice one that I'm tweaking it. It's not correct yet, but I haven't seen anybody else do this. This is an RSI scanner, kind of like my 5 minute and my 30 minute charts on the bottom. What it looks for is an RSI crossed below 55% on the 10 minute chart and above 60 on the 30 minute. And I might switch this to 5 minutes, so it's a little better. And then, you know, I have the volume and the last. But what this does is it looks for stocks that are high on the long RSI, low on the short RSI, so it's going to be coming back up. So I can find dips and ride out those dips and make a little bit of profit. And on top of that, it also looks for a opening increase over the last one consecutive bars on the price direction. So it looks for a stock low on the RSI that has just risen up. So when I see something pop up on my RSI cross scanner over here, I know it's probably going to be a stock that I can do something with, and I can quickly look at it and see what's going on. I probably could, let me save this. Now this isn't tweaked out yet or fixed yet. I've only been messing with it for a day, so I've got to fine tune it. And the problem is it only works during opening hours, and then I'm usually busy like watching the stocks, so it's kind of one of those things that I just get to when I can get to it. But we're 3 minutes out. Let's see, MBRX. Yeah. Let's see if we can flip this and figure out, you know, let's go from the high, no. Let's go from the support to the low. See, and see again, it's perfect. It's crazy how accurate this is a Andrews pitchfork. And what I do is I just set it from the low, and then I set it from the first high and the next resistance. And if you have a smooth trend like this is a pretty clear, you know, upward trend. So it gives me another set of resistance and supports. And you can see, even if I delete the Fibonacci retracements, I've still got the Andrews pitchfork. Or wait, no, that's not Andrews pitchfork. What is that? Oh, that's the resistance from way back, which is bouncing off of. Let me just delete those. But yeah, see, the Andrews pitchfork predicted the daily bounce, or the morning bounce. See that? It rose up off the MBRX and bounced off. I actually hold on, was drawn from that, so that's not accurate. Let's redraw it, and I'll just show it to you that way. Right there, go from the low. here to here. Well, it predicted that one then. See, it bounced off the mid, bounced off the high, bounced off the mid, down. It's bouncing again. And it's not terribly accurate because these stocks are really volatile. The more volatile a stock is, the less concise these things are. But let's get back to, we got 1 minute till they open. All right, CHSF on the uptick. Let's switch these to today. CHF is going to climb. It's just how high is it going to go? Typically, it's got a lot of momentum, a lot of volume, so it's going to break through the 50. I'll probably bounce here, alert on CHSF. Yeah, I'm watching it. MBRX doing nothing. Specs, nothing. Husa is going to be swinging back up. It's got a perfect cup and handle. It's got a long cup and handle on the 30-minute, you can see here, and a short cup and handle on the day. Yeah, CHF is climbing hard. What I would have done is probably bought out, or bought in, like right, let's see, it's $2. Right here, yep, it's bouncing off the 50. See, it's these Fibonacci retracements are so nice. There's no clear resistance here. There's no way you can tell. You know, you kind of have some resistance here and some resistance here. But, yeah, bought in, like, right here, and it's going to bounce. It might consolidate. RSI is still low on the 30. RSI is low on the 10, low on the 5. Let me load in my Ichimoku. So, yeah, here's the Ichimoku. All these things working together are really, really nice. It broke through the cloud. It's kind of consolidating, but now it's gone up. And over here, it's still blue. The bulls still have control. It's, you know, people are just scared. People selling out because they think that it's not going to climb, and it's going to climb. There's Mace Ds are fine. TTM squeeze. I can't really. It's too short on that. But Mace Ds are flipping on the 10-minute. Let's switch this to the 20-minute. Get a little more accurate. And, you know, I'm going to switch this 10-minute, or the 10-day customize. 10-day. Let's do 5-day. And I'll save that. Apply. 10-minute, 5-day. Yeah, the TTM squeezes are flipping, so momentum's going up. Momentum's already flipped on the 5-minute. You know, people are just being pussies. It's about to break. See, there it goes. You know, it's when you get all these things working correctly, it's really nice. And the RSI, what's happening is the RSI needs to consolidate on the 1 minute before people are going to buy in, and it's going to bounce. But right now, it's you know, it's clear ascending triangle from here to here. Let me change. What color do I want the ascending triangles to be? Yeah, let's do that. Oh, and the if you want to know how I did the color change on this Fibonacci retracement, you just double click on them, and what I did is I just went from, you know, white to light blue to greenish, and the way I did it is just more. I started this one white, then up, and then I think I went to this one, and then I crossed over and I started going to green. And that's how I got those custom colors. Let me change this just to gray so you don't see it as much. So RSI, yeah, see, the RSI is consolidating. Now that it's, you know, catching up with the 5-minute RSI and the 10-minute RSI. SKLN, this is the stock that's been climbing all day. Looks like it's overextended a bit. Bounced off, or we got a high here, another resistance line bouncing between the 38 and the 23. Drops, now it's between the 38 and 23. Maces are low. RSI is low, RSI is low, low, low. High on the, so this one's kind of overpriced in the 30 minute. It's, you know, it's way overextended because it's bought in so much over the night. The 30-minute MACD's flipping. Yeah, this stock isn't going to be doing anything for a while. It does have a lot of volume, so we'll see what's going on. Let's see what, let's go back to CHF, see what it's doing. So yeah, it's, that broke through the 50. It's got plenty of momentum. All the short-term scanners are looking good. Still low on the 30 and the 10 and the 5, so it's got plenty of room to run. You know, no signals that it's going to stop anytime soon. So the people selling out here on the 50, you know, they're just people that are scared of, you know, shorting out quick. You got a clear line right here on the resistance of the 50. So that's probably why most people sold out right there. And then, do we have another resistance on the 61? Kinda. There's a little bit of resistance right there. Oh, huge, huge sellout. But it's still blue. People aren't. Well, might be flipping. See signal right there. MACD's conversion. Yeah, it's going down. But let's check the 5-minute. RSI is still low on the 5. Maces are still good. TTM squeeze has just crossed, so it's going to fluctuate. It's going to bounce back and forth probably as it climbs up, but it's way underpriced, especially compared to the especially for the Andrews pitchfork, which I drew. Still plenty of volume. The Maces are flipping on the 1. RSI is still super low on the 30 minutes. The 30 minutes finally flipping on the Mace, and this one's about to cross on the 10. TTM squeeze is on the climb. TTM is in the red for the 30, but that's understandable. Mace is starting to converge. Maces are high. TTM's climbing on the 5. So yeah, it's just going to bounce. You'll get some red, but it'll be climbing. What you would have done is, you know, more experience, you might have held out through the 50 because there's no signals that it's going to be stopping, especially looking at the MACD on the 1 minute right here at the 50, it's fine. You know, the TTM squeeze just started taking off. I think the RSI was kind of bouncing then, but it was fine. You would have held out till right about here. The Maces are starting to go. The TTM didn't flip. MBRX, it's trying to get through the cloud. Got some red, but getting some momentum up. But then you got the scalper alert going red. Maces converging. RSI is still all right. RSI is low on the 30 and the 20 and the 10. It's starting to converge and take off. TTM's coming back up on all of them. So this one's going to be taking off soon. Let's do an alert. It's red, so it doesn't. Everybody's buying into it, but it's not. RSI is low, so this thing's just super volatile right now because it took off over the night. It's overpriced in the long run, so people are cashing in, but we'll see what happens. This would not be a good stock to get into right now. Yeah, CHF is taking off again. There it goes. It's gonna bounce off the 100 easy. You know, sell out right there. Clearly going up on the momentum. TTM squeeze is taking off. Bulls are taking over. Mace is crossing again. Mace is crossing on 30. This thing's gonna run for a while. It's gonna be nice. People selling out at the 78. You know, consolidating just like they did at the 50. Cashing out. Same with the 61. It's just people that are wanting their profits and wanting to get out. Volume. Now we need to pay attention to volume now that it's kind of starting to get into it. And still a million volume. It's good. Ooh, 2 candle rise. Let's take this out. It's the SKLN. And whoa. 2 consecutive rises. I can't remember what my scanner is on this. I need to check it. But that's $5 to 560 or 20% profit. It's crossed over the Ichi Cloud. This thing's gonna be running for a while. Way overpriced on the 1 minute RSI, but well, it's overpriced on all the RSIs kind of, but it'll be a quick cash grab. See where it's consolidating. Yeah, it's something you just have to catch right off the bat. But back to SKLN. It's red. It's going to bounce off the 1%. So if you bought it, this is a good buy-in after the short. It's going to bounce and sell here. Quick, easy money. I don't think it'll break the high. It might, but I doubt it. It'd be just a quick. Yep, bounced off the 78. It's gonna consolidate again. It's just gonna bounce off all of these until it. Bollinger Bands are starting to converge in the Kelters, so the momentum's dying down. Volatility is gonna go over the momentum, and it's gonna explode out again out of the gate. RSIs are still looking good. It's still got plenty of room to run. Whatever happened late in the night, that's a good move. So let's see if we can see a trend. Does this be a cup and handle, I guess? Kinda. Shitty cup and handle. Somebody doing pottery with trimmers. Oh, this who saw taking bad. Ooh. Yep, glad I only put like $10 into the for that. Why did it tank though? It's super low RSI. It's gonna bounce. So yeah, actually, is there news on USA? Unregistered equity sales. What's files? I need to know what an 8K is with the security. So yeah, it looks like news yesterday. What's an after significant event like bankruptcy or departure of CEO of public company? Oh, ooh. Yeah, that's not good. A public company generally must file a current report in form of 8K without business days for departure of CEO. Did the CEO leave? Is there a small rise crude oil? Oh, this is an oil company, Houston Energy price. I'll read that later, but yeah, 8Ks aren't good for stocks. Yeah, so not a very good day, Could have made some quick money in the opening. That's about it. Now would be the time to switch my scanners to something where not looking hot. DPW. This one's looking good. It's gonna run for a while. It's above the cloud. Well, RSIs are low, but it's still climbing consistently. I think it's just the volume. It doesn't have a whole lot of volume, so it's not volatile. It's not gonna tank. As long as the volume stays consistent, it's gonna ride out a little bit. Let's do a. No, let's do high to low. If it breaks, it is going to hit the 160. You put a buy-in like right above here somewhere. Yeah, the Mace's, this thing, it's just taking a while. Everybody's focused on the 1 minute and freaking out, but if you look at all the 5 minute, the 10 minute, and the 20 minute, it looks fine. Let's zoom in here and let's look at the 5 minute. No, let's look at the 5 minute momentum. Yeah, it's fine. 5 day, 2 minute. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, so it looks like the momentum indicators. Scalper alert works really well on the 10 minute and the 20 minute. Yeah, it'll tell you like right then. 5 minute. Yeah, that's nice. I'll probably leave this to the 5 minute just because the 1 minute, it's too volatile, too quick. If you're trying to ride this out long term, this is definitely a 5 minute thing. the cloud doesn't look good at all for the Ichi. It's what's nice about the cloud is it tells you this since this is red and it's below the cloud and the Chico lines below this, it's gonna consolidate here for a good while before it bounces up. Even though the RSIs look good, you can see the cloud is telling you that the mesas on the long run are not looking good. The 5 minute, the 10 minute, the 20 minute mesas are going down, and so is the momentum. The Bears have control of this right now, even though it looks like it's bouncing up. Even though it looks like it's bouncing up, it's not. It's going to consolidate for a while, and then it's going to break. So I don't need to watch this right now. Let's set an alert. SKLN on just above the 38%. That's around the cloud. We'll do one right here just to alert us. But yeah, it's not going to be doing anything for a while. This, on the other hand, DPW, the cloud looks good. Well, it just broke the Tikinson line. God, it's climbing high. It's going to bounce off the $1. There, it's going to consolidate. It looks fine, though, on the 5-minute momentum. RSIs are high, though. It doesn't have much potential to go higher than $1 right now, so that's a dead. Actually, do I have an alert on that? Yeah, I do. If it does, we'll see, but it's not going to be. Let's go over to the 5-minute, or the 1 minute. Yeah, it's going red, but it might consolidate. It's got an ascending triangle, but I think it's doing a triple top. It is definitely doing a triple top. Yeah, it's almost a perfect triple top. Let's set an alert when it goes down, because it's going to go down. All the RS. What else is going on? 2 candle rise, SPI. Just, whew, the thing. Ooh, let's see. And we can calculate how high this thing's going to go, even though it's not a lot of candlesticks. It's not a lot of volume. What's the volume at? Yeah. Whew. Let's do from the high to the low. Yep, 400%. Yeah, is it really going to climb above that? It looks like it. Let's do it with 1 minute. Yeah, wow. Why is this taking off? Unity successfully. It's a Chinese company, electrical company. Wow, this will be a good thing to watch tomorrow. SPI. Yeah, there's the balance. People are just trying to cash out. Looks good on the cloud. Thin cloud though. It's really volatile. RSI is way too high on all of the 5, 10, and 20 minute. It's somehow it just took off because of the news. But that's what happens. The news always makes stuff go crazy. Unless you saw it and you were predicting it, it wouldn't have been a good call. I don't think there was really any way to see that. As the volume goes up, it'll probably even out, and there might be a play or something. Might be a good short, but right now there's not enough volume, and that's the one. Yep, DPW is going down. It's going to break that double top. See, with these penny stocks, you can see the volume difference. Everybody cashed out here. Perfect up and down. Cashing out more here. Volume's going down. And then here, there's not enough volume, so you can't see it. It doesn't look like a triple top, but it is. You just can't see it because there's not enough volume to get it all the way down and to get it all the way back up. DPW is going to be triple topping. It's going to be going down. Volume's dying down, so it might not. It might just stagnate and consolidate for a while. As soon as it hits the cloud, it's already going through the Tikinson. And if all this stuff is too much for you starting out, like all these graphs that I'm looking at, a great simple one is just Ichimoku Cloud. It's complicated to learn at first, but it does essentially the same thing as it looks in the past, and it looks gives you indications on the future. So like this, it running into the cloud is not good. It's not. It should be breaking right here, or not. It's going to be going down because it's not breaking. There's not enough volume there to sustain the rise, and it's also way overpriced on the RSI in the 10 and 20. The Mesas are flipping. The Bulls have already taken over, or the Bears have already taken over in the 5 minute. The Mesas are flipping on the 5. Mesa's already down on the 1, but that's understandable. So yeah, it's not looking good. You need to be out of DPW right now. Volume is key. Volume's not bad. Is it enough? We'll see. Now would not be the time to buy in. Definitely. You do a short, 61%, maybe down to 30%, quick cash, or buy in just above the 100%. Ride it out. It'll be breaking. It'll break high if it does break. SPY. Let's look at it. Yeah, it's bouncing. Right. See, fractals, man. The world's crazy. I learned something. The solar system is also a Fibonacci circle. I think they're lined out the exact same, which is crazy. And no, I don't think anybody knows why. Like, there's no real good explanation as to why the universe is like this. It's just a constant a pattern. And for those that don't know, Fibonacci is a number plus the last number. Like, it's 1 plus 1, and then that equals 2. 2 plus the last number, which is 1, 3. 3 plus 2, which was the last number, 5. 5 plus 3, which is 8. 8 plus 5, so on and so forth. So it's a constantly adding number, but it's really, really useful. So on this one, it would have been good to do the high and the low of the first bounce of today and the low of yesterday. SKLN has a double SKLN is still going down. No, it's DPW that's triple topping. It's fizzling out. It doesn't have enough volume. Everybody's sold out of it. So, but it would be going down if there was more volume. Well, it's still got some room to go. The Mesas are just now kind of flipping. Or the TTMs. SPI, it's bouncing. It's going down. It's got overextended way too much. It's just taking time for it to catch up. TTMs, well, the 5 minute Mesas and stuff are looking good, but I would not be buying into it right now. I would short it. I would definitely short. This would be a good short, right under the resistance. It's nice I don't even have to draw resistance. I don't have to wait to figure out where the resistance is. It's, the Fibonacci clearly helps out with that. DPW, is that the one that was dropping that I called that was going to be shorting? Yep, there it goes. See, it took a little bit. It didn't exactly double top or triple top. If it would have dropped, like I said. But it had to get into the cloud. As soon as it got in the cloud, clearly going down. And yeah, and it's short, good short. So it looks like it's nice that I have a system that's working now. And you can see this happening before it happens on the 5 minute and then the 10 minute. The Mesas are converging right inside the right here, right before the cloud touches, is where the Mesas converge. Let's zoom in on that. Zoom out a little bit. It's kind of hard to see. So the TTM notifies you beforehand. You can see it kind of curving over. The Bulls, the Bears take over, and then the Mesas are starting to converge. The Mace crosses here right before and then the Ichi cloud is telling you that, yeah, you need to get the hell out. Let's take a look at the momentum. Same thing. You can see right before it broke, the TTM right here, the red dots, volatility is building up, something's about to happen, and based on everything that you look at over here on the left, you know that it's going down. So this side, the momentum scanner tells you when stuff's about to happen, along with this side, but this side and the 5 minute, and the 10 minute, and the 20 minute tell you where it's going to go, which way is it going. It just needs the volume. That's it. I'm gonna call it. Make some food for breakfast. A lot of progress this week. I learned a whole bunch. Didn't know anything Monday starting out. What really helped out is learning these Fibonacci retracements, and the Andrews Pitchfork helps out a little bit. I tried the Fibonacci fans, but I don't think they're not accurate enough. Penny stocks are too volatile for them to be useful, I think. Let me just add one right here. Well, yeah, if you go off the high and the low, you got a clear kind of bounce right there, consolidation. Yeah, it's almost perfectly rides up that. But I find the pitchforks to be a little more useful. Another thing that helped out, use the 5, 10, and 20 minute charts, and using those to predict the future, along with the Ichimoku Cloud to tell you if you're consolidating or if you got a good ride. Setting up the 5 minute and the 10 minute and the 20 minute was really useful. And if you want to know how to, you just go to the charts and then go to flexible grid. Hello? Yeah, we weren't. Friends bailed last minute. Yeah, so set up the 5 minute, 10 minute, I think it's a customized grid right here. You can add your grids how you want. Then click off the customize, and then you have your grids. It's right here at the flexible grid. Really useful. I like them a lot better than just the regular charts. And yeah, that's about it. And then just learning to pay attention to things. Bad call on Husa yesterday. If it was going for a cup and handle, because you can see the cup and handle here on the 20-day. Clear cup and handle, and it hit it again, and it was going for another short cup and handle, and it would have broke. But then they released their 8Ks. So, got to pay attention to the news. Lesson learned. That was out yesterday. I don't know when did they release that.